Adult film star Stormy Daniels testified today in former President Trump's criminal hush money trial. So Trump technically slept with her again.
The day we've been eagerly anticipating for weeks has arrived. We must inform you that during her court testimony this week, Stormy Daniels didn't shy away from even the most disgusting details.
While testifying in former President Trump's criminal hush money trial, adult film star Stormy Daniels said that in phone calls after her sexual encounter with Trump in 2006, he would always call her honey bunch.
Stormy Daniels testified in court on Tuesday, just a few meters away from former President Donald Trump. Her testimony in the hush money trial shed light on an alleged 2006 encounter, which resulted in her being paid to remain silent during the presidential campaign. While some may assume that Daniels was only interested in money, her testimony proves otherwise. However, it's important to manage expectations when it comes to Daniels' testimony. While many may want to hear all the juicy details from her intimate meetings with Trump, much of the story has already been told by other sources. Nonetheless, Daniels was never one to hold back. Her book, Full Disclosure, provides graphic detail about her experiences with Trump. In it, she even compliments him by saying that his penis is smaller than normal, but not abnormally so. Although she didn't stop there, adding that she was annoyed that I was getting banged by a guy with yeti pubes and a dick like the mushroom. While recounting the encounter, Stormy Daniels went into great detail about the Mario Kart character she associated with her partner. Despite the lackluster experience, her partner seemed to hold a different opinion. Additionally, the CCCZNs, Daniels described the president's genitalia in a comedic and embarrassing manner during her appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. She even went as far as to compare it to a mushroom, as she believed it to be similar in appearance to his feces.
In his boxer shorts and a t-shirt, she'd been planning to go. She said he was seated on the bed between her and the exit. That Trump used to call Stormy honey bunch, which interestingly is also a term Melania would use at Mar-a-Lago, as in honey, bunch of FBI agents at door.
Ever since, people have been making jokes about Trump's penis, resembling a toadstool or mushroom. Later, during the interview, Kimmel brought up another infamous incident from their supposed meeting.
For that, you can go to our YouTube channel and type in Trump mushroom penis Stormy Daniels. Has 18 million views. You'll love it. But
one of the prosecutors told Judge Juan Merchan that Daniels will not describe Trump's genitalia because it would violate the gag order.
During the trial, Trump used a magazine cover featuring himself to hit Stormy Daniels. But the most astonishing part is that she seemed to be the most credible witness. Everything she said seemed to perfectly fit Trump's character. The jurors were most attentive during Daniels' testimony, where she described in detail the meeting with Trump, including explicit descriptions. Though Trump denied ever having a sexual relationship with her, he acknowledged that it was strange how she seemed to know so much about him. When Daniels walked into the courtroom, Trump looked straight ahead and later mumbled to his lawyers and shook his head during her testimony, likely in response to her description of his penis size. However, he made it clear to his lawyer that it wasn't as small as Daniels claimed. Daniels even described the furnishings, flooring, and toiletry kit in Trump's hotel room.
Stormy also recounted how she rummaged through Trump's toiletry bag, where she found Old Spice deodorant and a bottle of Pert Plus. Stormy Daniels says she came out of the bathroom and found that Trump was in the bedroom waiting for her. In his boxer shorts and a t-shirt, she'd been planning to go.
During her testimony, Daniels used a relaxed and chatty tone. She described how Daniel lifted her leg and gestured with her hand to recreate the moment when Trump allegedly posed for her on his hotel bed while wearing only his underwear. This testimony was highly anticipated and did not disappoint, despite objections from the defense who claimed that Daniels' comments were biased and irrelevant. She went into great detail, revealing what some may consider trivial, but others may find crucial information.
Stormy said their encounter was brief and that Trump did not wear a condom, which is not surprising. He also stared directly into an eclipse. Not exactly a safety first kind of guy. She said they had sex in the missionary position and that Trump told her she reminded him of his daughter.
The air was thick with anticipation as Stormy Daniels took the stand to testify against President Trump. Everyone was eagerly waiting to hear all the details of her alleged affair with the president and the hush money payment she received. Daniels did not disappoint, as she spoke in a very explicit and graphic manner. The defense argued that her testimony was biased and unfair, making it impossible for them to defend their client. However, Judge Juan Merchan was not swayed by their objections. He asked Daniels for clarification and denied the defense's motion for a mistrial. He believed that the jurors needed to hear all the details, regardless of how uncomfortable they may be. Although the defense may have found Daniels' testimony repulsive, the judge and jurors were not as bothered. Judge Merchan even found some of her descriptions humorous, but wisely advised that some of the more scandalous details should be avoided. The trial was the talk of the town, and everyone was eagerly anticipating the testimony of Stormy Daniels. Her account did not disappoint, although it may have been unsettling for some. Nevertheless, it was a crucial piece of evidence in the case against President Trump, and it helped to bring to light the alleged affair and cover-up. The trial day was an exciting affair, with people queuing outside the courtroom from early hours. As the proceedings began, it was evident that it would be a historic moment, with both sides making compelling arguments. The trial generated emotional responses from both supporters and detractors of the accused. The trial was a spectacle, captivating legal experts and scholars who scrutinized every aspect of the proceedings. It put the legal system to the test, and it did not disappoint the anticipation that had surrounded it. As the verdict was announced, the courtroom let out a collective gasp. The controversial and surprising outcome ignited a heated debate within the community, yet the trial remained an unforgettable event that would be talked about for years to come.
The testimony wouldn't involve any descriptions of the former president's genitalia. She said he was seated on the bed between her and the exit, like a traffic cone with nipples or something.
Despite objections from the defense, adult film star Stormy Daniels provided explosive testimony in court recently regarding her alleged affair with President Trump. Daniels was called to testify in the trial of Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, who is facing charges related to hush money payments made to Daniels and other women who claim to have had affairs with Trump. The defense argued that Daniels' testimony was irrelevant and prejudiced, and even called for a mistrial due to what they considered to be graphic descriptions of her encounters with Trump. However, the judge denied their motion, stating that the jury needed to hear all the details to make an informed decision. Daniels described multiple instances of sexual encounters with Trump, including one where he asked her to spank him with a magazine featuring his face on the cover. Trump's lawyers claimed that Daniels' testimony unfairly biased the jury against the president and that it was impossible to recover from such damaging allegations. During the trial, Cohen admitted to making illegal campaign contributions on behalf of Trump. The prosecution claimed that Trump was directly involved in these payments. While it is unclear how Daniels' testimony will affect the outcome of the trial, it has brought attention to the corrupting influence of money in politics. Although Judge Moran seemed to find some amusement in Daniels' testimony, the court wisely disregarded certain details. Daniels did reveal that she continued to communicate with Trump after their initial encounter, but their relationship was just as unpleasant. Despite this, Daniels visited Trump at Trump Tower for a brief period of time. Despite testifying to shivering while getting dressed after their hotel room encounter, it's puzzling that Stormy Daniels continued to meet Donald Trump in public locations. She may have felt obligated to maintain a relationship with him due to the nature of their initial meeting, or perhaps she wanted to prove to herself and others that she wasn't a victim. Daniels admitted that few individuals knew about the meeting, likely due to her own feelings of shame. This situation highlights the negative effects of power dynamics and secrecy in personal relationships, and it's unfortunate that Daniels felt compelled to continue the relationship despite her misgivings. Throughout the courtroom drama, Daniels vividly described the alleged encounter she had with Trump, leaving even the judge intervening at times. Despite objections from the defense, Daniels' testimony during the trial was spellbinding, captivating both the courtroom and the public. She left no detail unmentioned, from the decor of Trump's hotel room to the infamous magazine cover incident, leaving even seasoned attorneys struggling to object. Judge Juan Meyers' decision to allow the testimony to proceed emphasized the seriousness of the situation, with Daniels' impact being felt not only in the courtroom, but also in the media and among the general public. The trial became a spectacle, with people across the country tuning in to watch the drama unfold. Daniels' testimony was seen as a significant moment in the ongoing saga of Donald Trump, with many wondering what its effect would be on his presidency and legacy. Regardless of the trial's outcome, Stormy Daniels had left an indelible mark on history. Her bravery to speak out and share her story had brought attention to the issue of sexual harassment and abuse, sparking a national conversation about the power dynamics at play in relationships between men and women. Although it was merely a single chapter in Donald Trump's presidency, the impact of Daniels' testimony was unforgettable. She had become the focal point, etching her story into the minds of the public.
Now that they've visualized him in the missionary position. How are any of us supposed to move forward from that, really? Well, you're definitely going to believe this. On the day Barron is graduating in Florida, Trump is headlining an event in Minnesota.
Despite his subtle warning to avoid certain specifics, there is a positive development in the trial. On Thursday, the witness stand will welcome back the pornographic actress for further testimony. The previous day, Susan Nellis, Trump's lawyer, had spent